Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel, Shine and Inspire. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Anshita Sharma. I am a psychological well-being coach and therapist. And today we are going to talk about healing, types of healing. How can you expedite your healing process? The ways to enhance your healing journey. In case you are wanting to speed up your healing, you can have a combination of the healing methods that I am going to share today, or you can pick up the best method which works for you, right? You would know your situation because sometimes in our life journey, many of us go through situations, traumas, accidents, physical diseases, or even emotional traumas, depression, anxiety, and we are there to find out ways on how we can expedite our healing process, because I feel that most of us need healing in some or the other way, right? Most of us need to work towards becoming the best version of ourselves. So today let's look at the ways how you can expedite the healing process. Number 1, physical treatment, consulting a doctor. They are specialized, so always put the doctor consultation as a priority in your overall healing journey. Number 2, doing what you love. When you do what you love, it brings so much joy, happiness in your life. Your blood starts circulating faster. Try to bring yourself closer to your joy, to things which bring you joy, right? Whether it is painting, art therapy, or it is yoga, or in case you are a YouTuber, make videos. If you are a photographer, try to pick up your camera and click the photographs. Just be closer to your passion, because the energy which you bring when you are closer to living your passion can definitely help you heal. It will start bringing that smile on your face, right? If you do that, and it will help you in your healing process. So, first of all, if you are going through a healing process, make a list of things which you like to do. Just pick a pen and paper. On the left side, just look at your life, observe your life. I'm giving you 2 seconds. Go pick a pen, a paper, divide the paper into two parts. On left side, look at your life. Just list down 5 things which you like doing, which you are doing in your current life. On the right side, just write things which you would like to do, which will bring you happiness, which you have been wanting to do. And now just start bringing these things which are there on your right side to your left side. Just start with one thing at a time. Start doing what you love and love what you do. See, if you do not have a choice to change what you do, better you start liking it. Find out the small joys in what you're doing. Even if you don't like it, start looking at it from a different angle. Start looking at it from a different lens. For example, if you are in a job which you don't like, just have some gratitude. It is giving you the salary, the income that you need to live the life you are living right now. Or for example, you are driving every day, you don't like the traffic around. What is it that you can do which is in your control? What's in your control? To start accepting it that traffic will be there. Can you change it? Can you change it? No, right? It is going to be there every day. Either you crib about it or you accept it and focus your energy on something else. For example, turn on some nice music when you are driving. And in case you would like to deep dive into this topic, here is the link to my video on this topic, where there is a step by step process on how you can reach closer to doing what you love. Watch the video, my friends. Number three, professional therapy, counseling, coaching. Always respect the specialized knowledge in case someone has. Reach out to a counselor if you know them, reach out to a coach, reach out to a therapist who are specialized in their fields, right? We all need those subject matter experts, right? We cannot do everything on our own, right? We need a doctor, for example, right? We cannot always give the right medicine to ourselves. Or sometimes we invite in corporates, we invite trainers from outside who are specialized in their field. They have a degree, or they have been learning about that topic more than you, at least, right? So respect that, and also reach out to a professional therapist or a professional coach or counselor who will give you the right methodology on what you can do to heal yourself. Number four, spend time in nature. Sun, beaches, rain. Try to spend as much time as you can in nature. Go for a vacation. Go to an unknown territory which you have never explored. And sometimes when you change your place, it kind of changes your energy, it changes your vibe. And when you come back, you are more healed. If you cannot go for a vacation, just try to sit at a place, observe nature. If you are lucky enough to be around a beach, spend time near a beach just observing the beach. See, nature is the best therapy. The more time we spend with nature, the better we feel. So try to spend as much time as you can with nature. Number five, therapy through movies. So the choice of content that you are watching also has an impact. So be conscious of what content are you watching, what sort of movies are you watching, because ultimately storytelling is the best way for us to absorb the realities or the perceived realities, right? So be conscious of the choice of content you are watching, even if you're going for a movie. If you are on a journey to find your life purpose, or if you're watching this, I am sure you are soul conscious. I would like to recommend a movie which is called Soul. So just watch that movie, and you will start getting the answers if you are on the search of finding your purpose, or if you are not able to live in the now because you are always thinking about your future, or you are always thinking about that one goal that you have. For example, if you want to heal, you have a certain benchmark in mind, and the journey that you are going through, you are not able to enjoy this journey. So that will give you a perspective that it's important to enjoy the journey, right? It's not always about the destination, the end goal. Number six, journaling. Just write it down and do it for 20 minutes. So here is the journaling process which you have to do for 20 minutes for 21 days. Just start writing your thoughts on a piece of paper, your authentic thoughts, right? Don't filter your thoughts. You have to pick up a pen, a paper, or pencil, preferably. Pencil and paper, write for 20 minutes your authentic thoughts. And then, even if there are emotions which are coming up on the surface when you're doing it, let them come. Some people, I know some of my clients, they share that they start crying when they do journaling. They start crying of the helpless situation they are in right now. Let your emotions flow. Just be natural. Let your body behave the way it wants to behave. So, preferably try to do it when nobody is around you. Otherwise, either they will start judging you, or you will have self judgment for yourself. So, give that 20 minutes to yourself with your own self. Do this journaling process. Number seven, touch therapy, massage. Scientifically proven, touch has a significant impact on our brain waves. So go for foot massages. I always say massages always help you to be more grounded. If you are going for a foot massage, if you are doing a head massage, for example, it will help your mind to be relaxed, and that relaxed mind is going to help you to take the right decision even in your healing process. So go for a pedicure, for example. And if you are in a health situation where you cannot do any, for example, you are in a physical condition which where you cannot do this, right? So just take some oil in your hand and do massage your hands, or if you don't have oil, you can take a normal cream and then just start softly massaging your hands. Then you can put a hard pressure, whatever you like, but let the energy flow. There are acupressure points which are there in our hands, right? You can learn more about it if you are interested. Number 8, catharsis. Crying, being able to express our emotions in the most authentic way. Catharsis can definitely work as the biggest healing, because in our society we are mostly conditioned to believe that people who cry, they are weak. Men don't cry, or anybody who's crying is a weak person. But that's a myth, my friends. Crying is not weakness, it's about freedom. It's about being free to be able to express your authentic self. If you have reached a point in life where you can be your authentic self, when you are happy, you are okay to be show your happiness, for example. The day you are sad, it's okay to be sad. Being sad is also a human emotion, right? We all are humans. We go through different emotions. And I'll be creating another video on the different sort of emotions that we all go through: anger, you know, let's say sadness, happiness, and what is the frequency we are in when we are in that situation. That is a different topic altogether. But today we are talking about being authentic. Be authentic. If you are not happy, anchor it to yourself. Accept that, okay, I am feeling sad, I accept it, but I am ready to work on it. I am ready to identify what is it that is bringing me that, sadness, and work on it. Number 9, reading. Reading some high uplifting motivational content is definitely going to help you. Try to be conscious of the choice of what you are reading. Number 10, breathing exercises. Best is to do some physical exercises, yoga, gymming, or if you are in a position to do it, like swimming. But in case you are in a position where you cannot, let's say, do some physical exercises, just start doing breathing exercises. Just take deep breaths in and out 10 times. Start with the breathing exercises, and it ultimately helps us to, lift ourselves up. It ultimately help us in bringing more energy. Here is the link to my video which talks about breathing exercises and what you can do and how it will help. Watch it now. Number 11, as always, meditation. See, meditation is the key. Start with 5 minutes a day, increase it to 10 to 15 minutes to 1 hour. Because meditation is one practice of turning inward, surrendering yourself to the universe, to the creator. And there are different forms of meditation available. It all depends on what sort of meditation you want to do, and what is it that you, for example, some people do it with an objective, or you just want to do it to feel relaxed, right? Or you want to connect with the supreme, surrender yourself to the supreme. And very soon I will be coming up with videos on how to meditate, different steps around meditation, but that truly is the key. I cannot talk about the numerous benefits that meditation has to help you transform your life, to help you heal. Sometimes, even the power of prayer. You all know, right? There is a lot of power in prayer. So, prayer could be also one form of meditation. If you cannot sit, if you are in a situation where you are not physically fit to sit in meditation, then just pray. Ask divine for help. Slowly, you will see that you will start getting support. If your faith is unshakable, if you have 100% faith in the divine, see, look at your life in past. There must have been so many situations which you felt were your challenge, and then you overcame those challenges, right? This is also one of the challenge. And very soon, once you move forward in life, you will forget this challenge. It too shall pass, as we say, right? So try to mix up the modalities, the healing modalities that I have shared today. If you want to focus on one modality, just a physical, doctor consultation, focus on that. And ultimately, it will enhance the quality of your life, right? And it may transform you completely. It depends on the degree of discipline, the degree of trust, your willingness to start practicing it every day. And it's a journey. Do not expect miraculous changes in just one day. But if you are directional, if you are in the right path, if you are doing the right things, just trust that one day, in fact, I shouldn't say one day, there's not going to be that one day. It's ultimately a journey. Try to live each day in your best possible way and live the best of your life. And slowly you will start feeling that you are becoming, your health is getting better, you're physically betting, physical health is better, emotional health is better, mental health is better. Even this will impact your financial health also. See, if you are functioning in your best, at your best, ultimately it's going to impact all the, the holistic well-being scale for you. So it's about you. Are you ready? Are you ready and willing to take those small, small steps every day? Or you want to live your life the way you have been living it? You always have a choice. You always have a choice, right? And if you are amongst those who has already been through this path, or who has been through the healing journey, and who has inspiration for others, so start sharing your inspiration, start sharing your story with others. And nowadays, we are living in an era where there are so many tools for all of us to live our, best life, and also share our best life, which ultimately, inspire others to be their best. It all depends on what intention you have to do what you're doing. You don't have to be a perfectionist all the time. Life is not about perfection, it's all about doing your best in the now. Right? Are you ready? If yes, hit the like button, subscribe, share it with someone who you feel need to hear this today. With that, I would like to say that always, always choose to shine and inspire others with your light, with your story. Thank you. Have a great day.